We cast our minds back to March 2020 and the start of the COVID-19 worldwide pandemic, the start for a lot of us of indoor racing. This was a bit of a shock to the system for me. We started putting on Westerley races, but I'd only just come back from the Caribbean, having watched what I thought would be the first of very, very many live cycle races. Was I wrong or what? Indoor for 2020 it was. We started in March 2020 putting on races for Westerley CC members using RGT's in-house routes before we started using magic roads to make our own routes based on local roads. These soon expanded into open races where everybody else could join in. Early day scenery was fairly basic. You can see on your left head cyclists disappearing up into the sky as this hill climb route just disappears into the sky. There's a crack in the concrete there. That's because we were still in the early stages of learning how to smooth these roads and make them perfect for you. But as you can see, the road just rises into the air. The only scenery is lampposts and trees, basically a landscape in the distance. Things were going to get much better with RGT along the way, but some of these were quite fun. As you can see, the cyclists again going around that hairpin up into the sky as we do the stairway to heaven, around another crack in the concrete. But it didn't really matter because we were so focused on the racing and really enjoying it. But things were going to get better, but along the way things were going to get bigger too, and we were starting to get noticed. Our races were attracting more and more crowds, and starting with the British contingent, gradually they were getting more and more international. Further recognition was soon to come from the one and only great Jonathan Crane, coming out of Birmingham, Alabama, USA.
It is good to be back. This is RGT. This is the Westerley VR race number 4. Got a new little title screen here. You know what you think about that. Maybe I should add a little musical guitar sting under that. So Westerley VR race number 4. This is a British club, I'm pretty sure, that put their weekly race on RGT. It's been super fun to just jump into these local races that people have taken online during coronavirus. This one is really short. It's about the length of the normal Crit City races on Zwift. It's 10 miles. It'll probably come out to about 20 minutes, which that's a bad distance for me. For some reason, my 20-minute power, I always lag right around 20 minutes. You can see there's still a couple people dropping into the pin as we take off right here. This start is super fast. I think we had 60 pre-reg. I'm not sure how many showed up on the line, but really well-attended race. This is one of those weekly staples on RGT that it seems like all the big guns are kind of coalescing around this one. If you've watched my other RGT videos, you'll definitely notice a couple names at the front. And I thought I was going hard. I was going almost 500 watts and getting dropped there. So I had to make sure to really stay on the gas here. But also, I didn't want to be that person who shoots from the back to the front 4 or 5 times and then gets dropped. So
by August 2020, we had that better scenery, as you can see here. The new sunshine, fields, rocks, boulders, trees everywhere as far as the eye could see. This was the new RGT, and crowds were just getting bigger and bigger. More international and more international. This was the golden age as we went through summer and lockdown. But we were about to go into winter, and of course things were going to get even better because as winter came, people would cycle outside less. And you can see here at the start, you get that fly past with the aircraft leaving the streams out over the top. So as you can see here, this is far in excess of what we had before. We see the boulders at the side and everything else like that. But frankly, despite all the fanfare, we were so focused on the racing, and the racing was just getting better and better. The fields were getting larger, We're beginning to attract more and more people.
Yo, what's up? This is the Westerley VR race number 12. This has turned into like the biggest weekly series on RGT. I think we had 95 pre-register for this. So with that in mind, I made sure to get here super early and get my spot. So this is me directly ahead in the pink and white and yellow CS Velo kit. I've switched back to the CS Velo kit. Oh, I'm above where I pointed at. I'm kind of up here. It's hard to do the weatherman, like pointing at a green screen thing.
So in October, Series 1 came to an end with David Buckley taking the title, Christine Meek taking the ladies' title, and James Melville runner-up in Series 1.
I will say shout out Dave, who organizes this series. Westerly VR, every other Wednesday. One of the best series on RGT. One of the first guys to really like take advantage of all the race promotion features on here. This guy takes always like short, interesting courses from the British countryside. He'll do previews of what the course looks like in real life, which is really cool. Post those so you can like see what it's like in real life, see what the race is like. Really good promotion. He always does write-ups after the race, which is why this series, so we got 56 online right now. That's why this series gets the numbers. It's quality stuff. Nick Stevenson, also a guy I know from this channel. A lot of the deep RGT heads, Melville, Bowen, they know Westerly VR, always a good race.
Roll forward, February 2021, and RGT roll out their new scenery. This is European Spring. You were given the choice. You could set the races up with the classic scenery, as you've seen in the recent races, or this new one with the Northern European cloudy skies, verdant scenery, plenty of trees and greenery. And along the way there's even some puddles, some rain comes your way, and even cobblestones. We're about to go under a bridge, which I think demonstrates it well. Series 2 was now coming towards the end, and the star of the series was clearly Ned Bowen. He'd won several races and was leading well, but he was still under challenge until the very last race, and he needed to turn up and get a good placing to ensure that he won his trophy. Here are the trophies for first, second and third. Well done everybody, and here's Ned looking glorious out on the road. If you want to find out more about Westerly VR racing, go to www.westerly.cc.